Trust me, nobody ever comes down here but us.
Well, that's just asking for trouble.
Does that thing always do that?
Observation. I like the theatrics of we're not just going to drop the top, it's going to swoosh off.
I take it this has never happened before?
From their reactions, I'd say so. They certainly have an aesthetic. Dun dun dun.
One little piece of advice, Major. Get re-asked to NASA. That's where all the action's gonna be.
Life advice.
He says it's important. Has to do with the Stargate.
Now he's interested.
I've thought about it, but then I'd have to shoot anyone that actually read it.
His jokes never get the appreciation they deserve.
Anyone you know, Colonel?
They're not human.
You think?
Sarcasm.
We can figure out how they operate.
Well, he seems to have it figured out.
Are you sure he's dead, Colonel?
Unless he could survive a tactical nuclear warhead blown up in his face. I'm positive.
That does seem pretty conclusive.
I got a good look at his eyes, Colonel. They glowed.
Dun dun dun.
Countdown's already started. Unless you have something to add.
I hate to admit it, but Hammond is being so clever right here.
You violated direct orders. Why?
Because the people of Abydos are no threat to us. They deserve to be left alone.
Protecting people.
We'll have the prototype probe shipped from MIT.
General, we don't need that probe.
We don't.
Even to his friends, O'Neill doesn't make sense.
Jackson has allergies.
I get it.
Simplicity.
You'll know this came from me and not from someone. With all due respect, sir, like yourself.
Ooh, burn. He looks nervous, although I'm not surprised considering everyone will be staring at him.
What if the aliens get him?
Well, they could be blowing their noses right now.
Very threatening.
Where's he transferring from?
She is transferring from the Pentagon.
Take that, O'Neill.
I think what the Colonel is saying is, have you ever pulled out of a simulated bombing run in an F-16 at 8+ Gs?
Yes. Theoretical astrophysicist.
Which means...
Which means she is smarter than you are, Colonel.
Oh, she's definitely smarter, and I like that they established that right from the off.
Well, with all due respect, Doctor, I would...
It is appropriate to refer to a person by their rank, not their salutation. You should call me Captain, not Doctor.
Corrections. O'Neill never was one for subtlety. So much for no threat.
One here.
Oh yeah, I did not think to be seeing you again.
Hugs. Alexis Cruz, who plays Skara, is actually the only person to reprise their role for the TV show. But to be fair, the film had Kurt Russell and James Spader, which would be much harder to get on a TV budget.
Greetings from Earth, Dr. Jackson.
Hello, Freddy.
Brought you a little something there.
Cute.
Oh, right, excuse me. Dr. Jackson, I presume. I'm Dr. Samantha Carter.
Good. They can nerd out together.
Yeah, moonshine, as in booze. Daniel, what are you teaching these kids?
I am also concerned.
Oh!
Smooth, very smooth.
Just breathe, Jack. You'll get through it.
Oh. It's yours. I gave that to you to keep. Remember?
Giving gifts.
So I figured that there had to be more to this place, so I started exploring.
Clever boy.
And each grouping of glyphs contains 7 symbols, so you can see where this is going, of course.
Tell us anyway.
Layman's terms, please.
Jack, I think that this is a map of a vast network of Stargates. Stargates that are all over the galaxy.
And that's how you start a franchise.
I mean, some of them somewhere must still exist.
I don't think so.
Then where did your raw lookalike come from?
Good point.
According to the expanding universe model, all bodies in the universe are constantly moving further apart.
So in the thousands of years since the Stargate was built,
All the coordinates could have changed.
Nerd session.
why does it still work between Abydos and Earth?
Well, Abydos is probably the closest planet in the network to Earth.
Creating plausible explanation.
Okay, so what did we just figure out?
AKA, dumb it down for me, please.
If I don't return, then you must bury the gate again forever, Joqua.
Goodbyes.
Jackson's wife and one of our kids was kidnapped.
Oh, he called Skara one of his kids.
You gonna stay here all night?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, big party. They treated me like their savior. It was, embarrassing.
I can imagine. Well, I can't, but I get the idea.
She was the complete opposite of everyone else. She practically fell on the floor laughing every time I tried to do some chore they all took for granted.
Adorable.
This is going straight to my head.
Daniel, for crying out loud, you've had one beer. A cheaper date than my wife was.
I'm Daniel here. I am such a lightweight.
Not as in God. Ra played a god, the sun god. He borrowed the religion and culture of the ancient Egyptians he brought through the gate, and then he used it to enslave them.
I wonder if this is the kind of stuff that inspired ancient aliens.
So you're saying Ra's not the last of his race after all?
Maybe he's got a brother Ray.
If only it were so easy.
Colonel, you've had the most experience in fighting this hostile, assuming you have to defend yourself in the field. Are you up to it?
We beat him once.
Optimism.
I'll take that as a maybe.
Okay, that's more realistic, to be fair.
Major Kowalski, you will head SG2.
I will.
Colonel O'Neill keeps telling me it's about time you had a command.
I had a moment of weakness.
Oh, shush, Jack. Just admit you're a softie.
Brady's conscious, sir.
Dismiss.
Like I said, a softie.
But we need something from you.
Looks like he's way ahead of you, Colonel.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Sam.
SG2 will scrub the mission and return without you.
Understood. Not gonna happen, Colonel. SG2 won't leave without you.
Loyalty.
You do not return in 24 hours. Your remote transmitter codes will be locked out, and the iris will be sealed permanently.
Jesus, way to put the stakes up.
Kinda wish I was going with you. I'm kinda glad you're staying behind.
Same. This guy doesn't seem very nice. Wow, they really threw them out of this one.
Yeah, the device is the same as on Abydos. This symbol represents
You briefed Kowalski's team yet?
Yes, this symbol represents
job.
Better get used to that, Daniel.
And we'll come rescue your sorry asses.
Negative. You'll go back through the gate with the combination Daniel just gave you before the iris is locked, so you can't go back.
Looking out for people.
Hi. The man has not changed.
Not really, but the main motivation of Daniel has always been scientific discovery, so I'm glad they set that up from the off.
Unless we want to get ourselves a really bad reputation, I just think we should avoid shooting the first people we meet on a new planet.
Pacifism.
Where are you from?
Excuse me. This is where we're from.
Daniel seems to be the expert of communications.
It's from Egyptian mythology. Ra was the sun god who ruled the day. Apophis was the serpent god, Ra's rival, who ruled the night.
History lesson.
We were safe shouting?
I can't promise you anything at the moment. We'll try.
I like that they went down the I'll try my best route instead of I promise to do X near impossible thing. I think it's more realistic and fits Jack's more pessimistic character. It's clear to see here that the different ways the prisoners are dressed means the Goa'uld have kidnapped people from dozens of other worlds.
What the hell is that?
It is an infant Goa'uld, the larval form of the gods. I have carried one since I was a child, as all Jaffa carry one.
Exposition. He probably didn't think that anyone would be able to put up a decent fight.